Aren't you the lucky one? I can't see why everyone's making such a big deal over your last mission. I guess some people have all the luck. I mop the floor because I like it. It's fun and it's good exercise. You need to stay in shape, you know. It's very important for a pilot. Hey friend, what's new? Hard to say, really. Max is slick as a toad in a gravity well. Few claim to have actually seen him, and most of them are liars. We'd probably have as much luck bagging a unicorn as nailing Max. We have a vague idea where his base of operations may be, but face it, it's a big universe, and unless we catch him at home, forget it. You've got every right to be apprehensive. Those Marauders are tough customers. Just remember to fly smart, and you'll do all right.
Good evening, pilots. High Command believes that we are close to discovering the location of the Marauders' main base. Judging from where we have experienced the majority of their attacks, intelligence informs us that the base they are using for these attacks is most likely in the star system Zeta Aradni. Your mission, pilot, will be to lead a flight group on an exploratory mission through the Zeta Aradni system. Try to observe any activity that may be consistent with the presence of a Marauder base. So if you see anything that looks threatening, I want you to get out of there so friggin' fast you leave the bats out of hell behind. You got me, pilot? Dismissed.
Will do.
X-ray 3 to X-ray 1. I'm picking up some kind of residue appearing in the low VHF range. It appears to be coming from the moon system of the 6th planet, but it's hard to be sure. I recommend deviating from the flight plan to check this out. This is X-ray 3 to X-ray 1. Communication residue confirmed. Looks like a lot of it, too. I'm moving in closer to investigate. Enemy near. This is X-ray 4. My sensors are picking up 2 large craft of freighter size, and a large number of shuttles running between them and the surface of the 4th moon. I think we've found our base. Surrender now and save yourself.
This is X-ray 2. I've got bogies and lots of them, incoming from both the 4th moon and the system's 5th planet. I think we've been discovered.
Nice ship, UNE scum.
Making to attack. Roger that. Roger that. Taking to attack. Reforming on your wing.
Enemy near.
Roger that.
Nice ship, UNE scum.
Roger that. Copy that.
Primary objective complete.
You've been cleared to land.
Pilot, I want to make sure you remember how important these next few missions are. Right now, we are closer to capturing Max than we've ever been before. Now, I don't care if your last missions were successful or not. I expect your best performance during these upcoming missions. The captain feels that the main Marauder body and possibly the Marauder's main base is located at the extreme range of our sensors, so I'll be sending Alpha Squadron to check it out. But be careful, pilot. We'd send Hunsacker's squadron on this mission, but he's doing some deep space reconnaissance. I'm glad to hear that, because those Marauders are a dangerous bunch. I want you and your wingman to come back here in one piece.
Hey, I hear you're going after the Marauder's main base today. If I were you, I'd be real careful. Max is sure not going to give up his base without a real fight. Hey, Max has never been fooled before, so why should he start now? Know what I mean? Don't be too confident, kid, and remember what I told you. The Marauders are smart and very dangerous. If I were you, I'd be on my guard every step of the way, 'cause you don't know what's around the next corner. Good, you do that, kid, and maybe you'll be okay. But don't get cocky and don't try to be a hero, because that's the best way to get yourself killed.
Hey, Lucky. Lieutenant Cannon's been looking for you. I shouldn't tell you this, but you're being sent on an important mission. Everyone's on edge lately. I myself am doing some deep space recon with my squadron. They've been compiling data on what sectors have the most frequent Marauder encounters. They hope to isolate the Marauder base of operations that way, but I'd be careful if I were you. Those Marauders are bad news. Hey, buddy. How you doing? I'm alright. Just a little bored, that's all, you know. I just finished mopping the flight deck, and now I don't have anything to do. I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to complain to the captain about my lieutenant. I'm the best pilot in the squad, and she doesn't ever let me fly.
Attention! The attack on the Marauders' base is imminent. The information gathered by Alpha Squadron has allowed us to pinpoint the location of this base at the extreme range of our sensors. The attack will proceed as follows. A flight group will be sent in to launch a missile strike on the base superstructure. If we're lucky, we may be able to trap their fighters by destroying this dome before they can scramble. Support will be made up of 2 flight groups. The first flight group will remain on patrol and ensure that the assault is not disrupted. A second flight group will provide whatever support may be needed for the assault. Since you and your flight group managed to gather the intelligence that made this assault possible, you have been given the honor of leading the first missile attack on the base superstructure. Now suit up and go give those marauders hell.
Enemy near.
The marauders are attacking us. Roger that. Things are looking pretty good. Affirmative.
Enemy near.
Roger that.
Secondary objective complete. Enemy near.
enemy has been vanquished. We are victorious. Until we meet again, humans. Hail Seer! This is the leader of the Baraptoid group to approaching human ships. What are you doing so far from home, human?
Copy that.
Asteroids near. Comet field near. Already near waypoint. Primary objective complete.
Welcome back. You are cleared to land.
I need landing clearance.
I'm glad you made it out of that mess in one piece, pilot. Apparently Max was expecting us, but she wasn't expecting the Veraptoid. Seems the Veraptoid were conducting their own assault on the Marauders. We just got word that they captured Max herself and have shipped her off to the Veraptoid penal colony. It's a shame we didn't get to her first. She won't last long there. Oh, and pilot, the captain wants to speak with you right away in his office. See that you don't keep him waiting. Dismissed.
I'm glad you made it back in one piece. I understand that the Veraptoid got to Max before we did. I would have preferred that we'd captured her first, but despite loss of face, this may prove to be a significant windfall. Max's capture has prompted significant changes in our relationship with the Veraptoid. The Veraptoid now recognize a common enemy in the Marauders, and this has facilitated negotiations. In fact, the Lafayette will be hosting what will hopefully be final negotiations. An impressive piece of work. Max was a worthy opponent. It took all the efforts of both the Veraptoid and human forces to catch her. You have every right to be. The Marauders are a very secretive group, and Max was never much for diplomacy. I'm sure you're aware that she flew in my squadron during the early days of the war. All the time I knew her, she was always a hothead and a rebel. But much as I hate to admit it, she was also right most of the time.
Boy, did you blow that last mission. You not only missed Max, but you let the Marauders sucker you into a trap. Aren't you ashamed, letting the Veraptoid capture Max when you couldn't? I'm not giving you any comments. I'm giving you sound advice on how to be a better pilot. And if you were smart, you'd listen.
And the news just keeps getting better. High Command is running around like a Veraptoid with his tail cut off after yesterday's disaster. The Lafayette has just received a communique from the highest levels indicating that they think we should open communications with the Veraptoid. I've been fighting those guanos for 10 years, and now it's beginning to look like it may have all been for nothing. There's a Veraptoid diplomatic shuttle en route to the Lafayette that contains the Veraptoid ambassador. I'm assigning you to lead Flight Group Tango, a two-craft flight that will rendezvous with this shuttle and escort it back to the Lafayette. I'd send somebody else, but I'd probably have to disarm their guns before I sent them out there. I hope I can trust you not to do anything rash. Dismissed.
Boy, did you blow that last mission. You not only missed Max, but you let the Marauders sucker you into a trap. Aren't you ashamed, letting the Veraptoid capture Max when you couldn't? I may not have flown that mission, but if I had, I can guarantee Max would be sitting in our brig even as we speak.
And the news just keeps getting better. High Command is running around like a Veraptoid with his tail cut off after yesterday's disaster. The Lafayette has just received a communique from the highest levels indicating that they think we should open communications with the Veraptoid. I've been fighting those guanos for 10 years, and now it's beginning to look like it may have all been for nothing. There's a Veraptoid diplomatic shuttle en route to the Lafayette that contains the Veraptoid ambassador. I'm assigning you to lead Flight Group Tango, a two-craft flight that will rendezvous with this shuttle and escort it back to the Lafayette. I'd send somebody else, but I'd probably have to disarm their guns before I sent them out there. I hope I can trust you not to do anything rash. Dismissed.
This is the leader of the Veraptoid group to approaching human ships. All hail the Grand Warlord, Seer! Long live Seer! Long live Seer!
Tango 2 to Tango 1. God, what cocky sons of bitches. I mean reptiles. I mean sons of reptiles.
Secondary objective complete. Primary objective complete.
Welcome back, pilot. The captain is very pleased, but now I have some good news, some bad news, and some new orders for you. As you may know, Lieutenant Hunsacker's squadron was doing some deep space reconnaissance. I regret to inform you that we recently received a distress signal from him. I know Hunsacker was a friend of yours. Let's just hope we can locate him again. Until then, you'll be filling his shoes. Captain Chaparral was so pleased with the recent success of Alpha Squadron, I've been promoted to commander. What's more important to you is that you've also been promoted to fill my spot. Congratulations, Lieutenant. Chaparral has requested that you attend the meeting with the Veraptoid warlord.
This is the pilot that escorted your ship here.
I am familiar with this human.
Lieutenant, you're privileged to witness an historical event. An accord has been reached today between the human and the Veraptoid militaries. This is more than just a ceasefire. With Max's capture, we and the Veraptoid have recognized a common enemy in the Marauders. The Marauders are a more significant threat than any of us ever imagined. This pact will give us an opportunity to put an end to that threat once and for all.
The time has come. Max's capture has put the bloodlust in our warriors. The Veraptoid and the human have become one pack. Together we will join in a hunt for these cowards. Our claws will close upon the Marauder jugular, and we shall slowly squeeze the life from them.
We have created what we call the Non-Aggression Pact. This document is an effective ceasefire between the Veraptoid and the UNE, as well as an alliance against the Marauders.
We will search for their home world. Together we will lay siege to their planet, and we will soak their nests in blood.
The NAP also provides for an exchange of one human squadron for one Veraptoid squadron. These squadrons will serve their alien hosts as members of their crew. Lieutenant, your squadron has been given the honor of serving on board the Veraptoid carrier, the Deathblow, in exchange for one of the Deathblow's squadrons, which will in turn serve here on board the Lafayette. Congratulations, Lieutenant, and good luck.